Tyler Adams?
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. Well, I just caught the end of the Community Shield and talk about stoppage time. Was it 11th minute equaliser or something? 11th minute in stoppage time. Incredible scenes. They've won so many Community Shields, Arsenal. They ruddy love it, don't they? Not sure the ramifications on that though, because remember last Community Shield, Liverpool beat Manchester City. Darwin Núñez scored, Haaland missed sitters, and everyone was like, oh, Haaland's a flop, Darwin's the truth, and Man City are going to do no good this season. Haaland scored 60 goals and Man City won the treble, so I wouldn't read too much into it. But anyway, welcome back to Chelsea News. We're talking about the midfield today. Tyler Adams and improved Caicedo. Indeed, yes. So welcome back to Chelsea News. I uploaded yesterday, I uploaded today, though I cannot promise I will be uploading every day. For context, I did burn myself out a little bit, not just the 3 videos a day, but, you know, the stuff in between, you know, as a football fan, as your team, if you're really into it, you'll follow Twitter, you'll follow journalists, but if it's your job as well, you do it like 24/7. You can ask, you know, other football YouTubers, they'll tell you it very much is a full-time job, and it's not like at 5 PM you shut the office door and you're done, especially if you're not, yeah, I'm quite obsessive, me, so, yeah, it really didn't do myself any good. So I'm going to try and gently reintroduce myself back into it, but of course, I will be here with you. Thank you for all the supportive messages. I really do appreciate it. I've developed such a wicked and awesome community here in Football Therapy. Of that, I'm very proud. So thank you. We are talking about the midfield. Chelsea are looking good. We do need additional players in the midfield. So we're going to read an article from The Telegraph from Sam Dean regarding Caicedo, and then we can talk about Tyler Adams, of course. He's got a cheap release clause. He's got relegated with Leeds, but he's a very good player and does fit a need next to, Enzo Fernandez. But let's read about Caicedo first. Chelsea are preparing their latest bid. This would be the 5th bid, I think, for Brighton midfielder Moises Caicedo, their top summer transfer target. Of course, it's but days now until the Premier League begins, and remain intent on signing him before the start of the league season. Chelsea have had multiple bids rejected, the latest of which is understood to be worth £80 million, but they have not given up hope on bringing him to Stamford Bridge. Caicedo, who was valued at 100 million big ones by Brighton, was not included in Roberto De Zerbi's squad for their friendly match against Spanish side Rayo Vallecano on Sunday. Yeah, apparently the people from the club are saying he's got a hamstring injury. There's conflicting reports saying no, he hasn't got a hamstring injury, he doesn't want to play, he wants to move to Chelsea. Maybe he's going on strike, maybe he's doing what he feels now needs to be done to push Brighton over the edge. £80 million, you could have asked him when Brighton told him all those months ago, we'll sell you in the summer, don't worry. He probably thinks 65 million will come in for me, 70 million they'll sell me. So when they rejected an £80 million bid for him, Moises Caicedo and his camp were upset. So now he's probably moving away from the respectful approach from his employers and being like, come on boys, let me go. The ongoing interest from Chelsea and Caicedo comes as Brighton edge closer to completing a club record move for attacking midfielder Mohamed Kudus. He'll cost in the region of £35 million, and his arrival, if a deal can be finalised, would mark the 2nd time this summer that Brighton have broken their transfer record after spending £30 million, of course, for João Pedro. That was completed in June. Chelsea have already completed the signing of one Brighton player this summer, and we've agreed £20 million plus add-ons for Spanish goalkeeper Robert Sanchez. Of course, we were looking at Mohamed Kudus. It would have been funny had we signed him, like we said in previous videos, because we would have been taking Brighton's primary transfer target, and we are looking for cam/right wing. It looks like perhaps we are leaning on Michael Elise. Man City want him as well. We spoke about that in the previous upload. No, I uploaded yesterday rather, so feel free to go check that out. So it looks like we're going to get Kudus. It looks like Brighton will. Maybe we're backing off, letting them have it, so they will sell us Caicedo. I don't know. So, but we bought, of course, Sanchez. I spoke about that in the previous upload as well. Chelsea's league campaign begins next Sunday. We host Liverpool at Stamford Bridge, and Pochettino's squad remains short in midfield. Like, who would we start right now? I guess it would be Santos and Enzo, right? Or Gallagher and Enzo, but that seems like Gallagher would just want to run forward a lot. At least Santos can knock it about a bit. I think Santos, you'd probably start Thiago Silva, and he'd talk to Santos as things stand. That's what you'd imagine we're doing. So we're short in midfield depth. In their most recent friendly against Dortmund, Chelsea started with a midfield trio of Fernandes, Enzo, Gallagher, and Chukwuemeka. But Chukwuemeka's more of a number 10, I think. Of their backup midfielders, none have ever played a match in the Premier League. None have ever played a match in the Premier League. Oh, right. Pardon? Right, whatever. Chelsea have so far spent £180 million on 7 new players, including £52 million striker, attacking midfielder, second striker, Christopher Nkunku. We spent £38 million on Monaco defender Axel Disasi, and of course we bought other guys as well, like Guchukwu and stuff like that. They've generated more than 200 million quid, though, of course, in sales with Havertz, Kovacic, Mason Mount, and others to Saudi Arabia. Clearly, we're reaching heated moments now. This is the end game, as people from the Avengers would say. Is it Doctor Strange that says we're in the end game now? Does it matter? No, we are in the end game, though, one way or another. Caicedo, primary target. Chelsea want him. Chelsea giving money to Brighton for yet another player in Sanchez. Chelsea allowing Brighton to go for their primary attacking midfield target, Kudus, that we've already approached for and thought we may sign ourselves. Yes, despite Brighton being in the Europa League, if you said to Kudus, who would you rather join, Chelsea Football Club or Brighton, he would choose Chelsea. Now, it's not me being blue-tinted goggles or Chelsea blue. We are still Chelsea, multiple European Cup winners, much more higher wages, Southwest London, Stamford Bridge, Chelsea. Yes, he would pick us. So, you know, giving Brighton a free run, maybe all these little things to try and sweeten and maintain that relationship with Brighton to ensure that we can get our main target, Moises Caicedo, over the line. Maybe, but what if not? Chelsea have been linked with Tyler Adams. I'm going to read an article now from Simon Jones. Chelsea are ramping up their pursuit of Leeds midfielder Tyler Adams, and we're ready to activate the midfielder's release clause. Why has no one else activated it? I suppose, are we the only club that need just a sort of destroyer CDM to sit next to Enzo Fernandez, which of course Tyler Adams would represent? So the Blues are keen on the midfield, or a midfield reinforcements. He's got a £20 million relegation clause. We should just buy him anyway. We're so friggin' short in midfield. Maybe not. Maybe people will think, oh, we got Andre Santos. But he's just got Prem experience. He's got, you know, international experience. He's captain. He is now Captain America. He took that mantle off Christian Pulisic. Maybe they share it sometimes, but he's very, very good. So he joined Leeds from Leipzig last summer and isn't keen on spending the season playing championship football following Leeds' relegation. Pochettino's side are prepared to formalise a deal for the 24-year-old American international and could look to bring him in before the Premier League opener against Liverpool. So Aston Villa, here you go. They're the other top flight side that are interested. I mean, he should, if he can't go to Chelsea, he should go to Villa, because that is an exciting project as well under Unai Emery. But Adams is understood to favour a move to Stamford Bridge as the club rebuild continues. Well, like I said, it's still Stamford Bridge, it's still Chelsea. He's made 24 Premier League appearances for Leeds last season, but failed to register a goal or assist. You're not buying him for that, though. He's very much a destroyer CDM. Meanwhile, Chelsea completed the £25 million for Robert Sanchez. And under the new policy at Chelsea, Sanchez agreed a 7-year contract that will guarantee his future at the club. This also speaks of other players that we have sold. Actually, interestingly as well, Chelsea apparently are considering a Pochettino favourite, which is PSG's Leandro Paredes, who, by the way, many of you will remember, and in the very early days of Football Therapy, I think we covered this. I may have deleted the older videos, but we were linked to Paredes before he went to Paris Saint-Germain, and Paris Saint-Germain are in such a stinky position that I think they're willing to sell a lot of players that just haven't worked and maybe start again. And And there's the Dusan Vlahovic situation. I'll talk about that in a sec. But let's just wind into Tyler Adams. I would not be mad if we signed this young defensive midfielder for £20 million, who has got very good stats in certain metrics that we are lacking. He might not be the sexy long-term starter that would make Chelsea the Galactico starting 11 that we believe Moises Caicedo will do for Chelsea. You know, these kind of like Jude Bellingham, Enzo Fernandez, Declan Rice level of midfielders that you build around for a long, long time. Chelsea believe Caicedo is that guy. And many Chelsea fans, for that reason, would say just go for him no matter what. But if it is just a nonsense, look, Tyler Adams is a good player. And for that money, he'll be a great squad player. And maybe you play him for 6 months and try and sign Caicedo again for less money in January, or someone else, and maybe he does step up to the plate. Tyler Adams, he's very impressive. I remember when he was asked that question, a very challenging question, doing media for the US men's national team. He spoke so well, so impressive. And when I heard him speak, I was like, yeah, he's a captain. No wonder he's a captain of his national team. Captains in the midfield, we always hark back to the days of like Chelsea having a international captain in every position. You know, that would be a positive move for Chelsea there. So it would obviously not as good as Caicedo. It would be 5 times as cheap. But I wouldn't be mad at the signing, and I don't think people should be. I think he's a good little player, and he's a good personality, and he will stop players from transitioning and allow his partner to move forwards, which would be Enzo Fernandez, which would ultimately be good. Let me know what you think of Tyler Adams down below. Alright, so this Dusan Vlahovic story about, what was it, Lukaku and 40 million euros for Dusan Vlahovic for Juventus. He scored in pre-season, I think. He looked really good at Fiorentina. In one half of a season, he scored 17 goals in Serie A for Fiorentina. And then the following 18 months, so 3 times that length, he scored the same amount of goals for Italian behemoth Juventus, where you think he'd crack on and score more. But he scored, you know, a third of the goals he scored in that time period. So he was on clearly an unsustainable hot streak, Vlahovic. I don't know, man. He's 23. We've got 2 young, early 20s strikers in Bria, in Jackson, and we've got Datro Fofana as well. You know, I don't know how much stock people are putting in David Datro Fofana. Maybe he's just a revenue exercise. You know, and that's sounds distasteful, but it's still probably going to be good for his career regardless, and the money he makes. Yeah, had a good start, Union Berlin, by all accounts. So is Vlahovic the answer? Another striker about that age? I'm not sure he is, you know. Maybe I'm wrong. And again, like I always say, or like I have been saying of late, I defer to the football planners' opinions here. You know, they're looking like they're making some strong, hard decisions. Sell Kovacic, sell Havertz, sell Mason Mount, sell Ruben Loftus-Cheek, sell Pulisic. You know, and some surprising ones as well. Bring in Maatsen as an attacking midfielder / winger, not a fullback. And they've got their own ideas. And if their own ideas involve Vlahovic being the one they want, then go ahead, buy him. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll be very interested in learning your thoughts. If I don't upload consistently, don't worry about me. It's just I'm taking some time off and resting. But yeah, I will generally continue to upload throughout the season. So please do join me. Hit the bell when you subscribe. And thanks for liking and commenting, friends. See you in a bit. Peace.